A lot of people have a lot of questions about this confirmation process. It's been clouded by the political drama around it. And that's why Jessica Borg spoke with a University of Houston professor in Cyprus to break down how the process usually works.
Supreme Court nominations have always received lots of attention, in part because they can be controversial. Experts say since 1789, 30 nominees were ultimately not confirmed. This nomination and the process involved considered historic. After an emotional day of testimony,
I thought that Brett was accidentally going to kill me.
This has destroyed my family and my good name.
And fiery feedback from members of the Judiciary Committee.
I hope the American people can see through this sham.
The vote to confirm Judge Brett Kavanaugh is now delayed for an FBI investigation. But what happens after that?
Either he is confirmed or he is rejected, and that depends on basically 2, maybe 3 votes.
Dr. Scott Basinger is a political science professor at the University of Houston. He says a confirmation process in general goes like this. The Judiciary Committee, made up of 21 senators, holds a hearing at which a nominee testifies and answers their questions. The committee then votes whether to report the nomination to the full Senate with a positive, negative, or no recommendation. The full Senate, made up of 100 senators, then debates and votes on whether to give its consent.
My prediction is that it will be a strict party line vote, and that we'll see 51 Republicans, 49 Democrats. The vice president won't need to break the tie.
After consent, the president signs the nominee's so-called commission or formal document. The new judge then takes the oath of office. Judge Kavanaugh supporters want him confirmed in time for the start of the fall term. That's when the 8 current Supreme Court justices start hearing cases. Kavanaugh could be the deciding vote on several major rulings.
We count on the Supreme Court to set precedents for future cases, and a 4-4 decision, it's a tie. We don't know how to interpret those decisions.
One interesting note, even after being sworn in, even a Supreme Court justice can be impeached, though that's never happened. A judge can also choose to leave the bench, potentially decades after being appointed. In Cyprus, Jessica Borg, KHOU 11 News.